back to another episode of Maxwell Starr's and HeistAlmighty's beer review. Today we're going to take a look at a beer that was brought back to you from Ryan in Ontario.
Yep.
Hey, you describe the beer.
From Italy by way of Ontario, we have a Belgian-style Saison, New Morning, from Birrificio del Ducato. I love these Italian names. Strong beer with spices, product of Italy. Italy's craft brew of the year, 2010 and 2011. It is 5.8%. These guys are a pretty decent Italian craft brew. Italian craft brew scene's been taking off lately. It's a brand new territory for the local beer.
Wow, so 5.8 ABV, strong beer with spices. Well, that's fine.
Well, I mean, compared to a lager.
Yeah, well, I suppose. Yeah, so the only beer that I've ever... I don't know if I've had many beers from Italy itself. Like,
we've had two crappy lagers from...
Yeah, like, I haven't had beer from Moretti, but I have had Peroni.
Okay, yeah.
That's from Missouri.
Anyway, yeah, those are probably the 2 year.
Alright, yeah, I looked it up like that. So make sure the cap isn't damaged. That's a nice looking cap.
I don't know.
You got it? Cool.
It's a little flayed at the edge, but
yeah, it's
not too bad.
No, that's fine. That'll work. Something that I'd be able to like put a magnet on the back and attach it to something magnetic like a fruit. Yeah. So it's a bigger than usual cap, so it's the same kind of issue we ran into with what was it?
The Barfly did handle this one though.
Yeah, the Barfly did handle this one. We had issues with we had two others. We had one that was the
big champagne glasses.
The Grand Cru one, like the goose.
Yeah.
From Lindeman's, and we had an issue with the lupulus, I believe, from
yeah, those champagne bottles can be real.
Oh, that's something good. So, I think the only other Saison that I had was a Canadian-made one, Blanc de Chambre.
Oh, was that a Saison?
Yeah, that was technically a Saison.
Okay.
I don't know if I've ever had an actual Belgian Saison, but
I had
that looks nice. It's not a really well-defined style. It almost looks like Belgian Pale or Butte de Gardish, you know?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice big fluffy head.
Big goofy head on that. Big bubbles to it, but it's got some head retention.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the color. It's kind of like an orange, amber, cloudy.
Cloudy, definitely unfiltered.
Oh yeah, I see lots of crud in yours. You got more crud than I do. But I got a lot more carbonation coating the bottom of this thing. It's actually kind of
just the glass shape. Yours is shaped a little different than mine.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Very fruity. It's like apricots.
I'm getting a little of that spice they mentioned though too.
Yeah, like almost like cinnamon and was it also apple spice? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like something like apple pie.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's hearty on the apricot smell. That's really nice.
Yeah, this is nice big fruit, a little bit of spice.
Coriander. I'm thinking coriander.
Yeah, maybe a little. I hope there isn't too much of that.
There's a touch of coriander.
I like
actually say it has coriander. Does it say what spices?
I don't think it's got the ingredients.
Yeah. All right, so let's see if we have a good morning tomorrow and try the new morning. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, that's interesting.
That's interesting. All right.
It's drier than I was expecting.
That is quite dry. I mean, it's not. It's dry, your mouth out dry, but it does have like a lingering sweetness in the very back.
Yeah.
It's a sweet tasting beer, almost cinnamony, that apple spice.
Yeah.
If it weren't for all the apricot, I would say that it tastes almost like eating apple pie, a piece of apple pie.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of that Belgian-style yeast that comes through in that one too.
Yeah,
this is definitely a good knockoff of the style.
Very, it's got like a yeasty bitterness to it almost. It's got this earthy... It's got the earthy hop bitterness, but at the same time, it's almost got this parched dryness, bitterness from the yeast.
Yeah, this is some pretty complex stuff.
That's some nice stuff.
Gonna take a minute to mull this one over?
Yeah, sure. All right, we'll be right back with some thoughts. And we're back with New Morning from Italy. So, what do we think of this particular beer? Take it away, Jeff. Heist.
Yeah, this one's actually pretty Belgian-y. By way of Italy. By way of Ontario.
It's like you can describe it as several different ways. It's got a very big cinnamon note to the very back of it, as well as a dusty, dry bitterness from the yeast. And it's not too heavy. It's almost, I'd almost describe it as somewhere around like a strong Belgian pale, or a almost beer to garnish with extra flavor.
Yeah.
It's very dry in the yeast, like a very yeasty, dusty flavor.
You said it kind of reminded you of like a harvest pumpkin without the pumpkin.
Yeah, the Samuel Adams Harvest Pumpkin Ale. It almost tasted like that without the pumpkin note to it. It's got all those pumpkin-y spices without the actual pump. It's like apricot pie or something like that.
Apple pie, apricot pie, some light fruit like
apricot?
that. Apricot.
All right, whatever. I also said it almost sounded like, tasted a little like Orval, but maybe a little hearty.
Anyway, we fed some to Fuzzy during the break, and he liked the fruit up front, but then the dusty bitterness hit at the back, and it downhill from there.
Tastes like poison! Yeah, it's definitely malt forward fruity flavors, but it's the back end of it is really dusty, bitter, and dry.
So if you had to put a number to that,
I'd say a high 4. I liked it.
I liked it, but I'm not sure if I liked it that much.
I could definitely tell there's some quality in this.
This is definitely some good quality, and this is definitely the best beer from Italy I've had so far, out of the 3 of them.
Yeah, well, it's not hard considering your competitors are Beer Moretti and Peroni.
Oh, yeah, they slipped me a real Peroni.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to say 3 3/4.
3 3/4? Alright. So 4 1/4 for me, 3 3/4 for the Heistall over here. The HeistAlmighty.
Fuzz gives it a poison.
Poison! Tastes like poison. Alright. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you folks later. Cheers.
Cheers.